Welcome the anointed ones. They laughed when you stayed quiet, doubted when you kept your distance, and underestimated every move you made, until now. It's a funny thing about people. They always think they're in control of the story, until the plot twists. See, while everyone else was busy making assumptions, you were playing a different game entirely. And now? Well, now you've got the last laugh. Studies show that people are often blindsided by those they underestimate the most. Why? Because while most chase validation and quick wins, the real strategists are operating in silence, planning moves 10 steps ahead. Chosen ones, people like you, aren't just reacting to life. You're orchestrating it in ways they could never predict. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into why the chosen ones, those who see beyond the surface and live by an unshakable inner knowing, are always ahead. And for anyone who thought they were outsmarting you, spoiler alert, they're in for a surprise. At number 1, watching others' plans collapse because they predicted it all along. For chosen ones, there's a unique satisfaction in watching the grand schemes of others unravel, especially when they saw it coming from the start. These aren't just random events. They're the results of choices rooted in ego, deceit, or blind ambition. Chosen ones have a way of sensing the hollow foundations behind these plans, recognizing the signs that everything's built on quicksand. It's not cynicism, but a sharp sense of realism that lets them see beyond the illusions others cling to. They understand that truth has a way of surfacing, and anything built on falsehood is eventually doomed to collapse. When it does fall apart, they don't gloat or seek to rub salt in the wounds. They simply observe. There's no arrogance in their satisfaction. It's a quiet confirmation that they were right to trust their instincts. And if others were too blinded by their own desires to see the inevitable outcome, that's on them. Chosen ones aren't fooled by temporary success or flashy facades. They know what truly lasts and what's just a mirage. While others scramble in the aftermath, wondering where they went wrong, the chosen ones remain calm, steady, and 10 steps ahead. It's this wisdom, this deep understanding that real power doesn't need to prove itself, that lets them hold back and wait, knowing they'll have the last laugh without ever needing to say, "I told you so." Their foresight isn't about superiority, it's about seeing clearly when everyone else is distracted. In the end, it's not about winning or losing. It's about knowing they were right to trust what others couldn't even see. Number 2, relentless growth, no matter the cost. Chosen ones don't settle and they don't stop. While most people find safety in routine and cling to comfort zones, chosen ones thrive in the unknown. They're driven by a deep, almost insatiable need to grow, expand, and reach new levels of understanding. This isn't about achieving perfection. It's about uncovering what's possible and pushing beyond personal limits, even when the journey is challenging. They don't look for the easy way because they know that true strength is built through endurance, resilience, and a willingness to face the tough parts of life head-on. This relentless pursuit of growth comes at a cost. Not everyone can keep up, and chosen ones often find themselves alone on this path. They willingly let go of people, places, and habits that no longer serve them, understanding that growth requires shedding old layers. They're familiar with discomfort and embrace it because they know that the discomfort of growth is temporary, but the wisdom it brings lasts a lifetime. This mindset sets them apart, enabling them to evolve in ways that leave others baffled, sometimes even threatened. Chosen ones understand that there's no final destination. Growth is a continuous, lifelong commitment. Their progress is not flashy or for show. It's a quiet, powerful transformation that happens behind the scenes. And while others may see only the results, chosen ones know that their real strength lies in their ability to keep pushing forward, regardless of setbacks or sacrifices. This commitment to relentless growth makes them unstoppable, allowing them to move through life with a kind of self-mastery and resilience that others admire but rarely achieve. Number 3, bringing truth to the surface even when it's uncomfortable. Chosen ones aren't afraid of the truth. While most people skirt around difficult topics or bury uncomfortable realities under layers of denial, chosen ones confront them head-on. They have an almost unshakable commitment to clarity, preferring hard truths over comforting illusions. This approach isn't easy. and it often sets them apart from others who prefer a more palatable, less challenging view of the world. But for chosen ones, sugarcoating or pretending just isn't an option. They see the world as it is, not as they wish it to be, and this unfiltered honesty gives them a unique edge. By acknowledging the truths that others avoid, chosen ones gain insights that others can't even grasp. They see the motives behind actions, the dynamics in relationships, and the hidden costs of decisions. This ability to look at life without blinders allows them to make choices rooted in reality rather than fantasy, helping them avoid pitfalls that others stumble into. They understand that facing the truth is the only way to grow, and they accept that discomfort is a natural part of the process. This honesty keeps them grounded and always moving forward. While others may build their lives on shaky foundations of half-truths or wishful thinking, chosen ones operate with a solid understanding of what's real. And though this can make them seem intense or too much for some, it's exactly what keeps them miles ahead. For chosen ones, truth isn't just a tool, it's a way of life, a commitment to seeing clearly and living with integrity. In a world tangled up in illusions, this raw honesty sets them free, allowing them to rise above the noise and stay firmly rooted in their path. Number 4, invisible battles that most will never understand. Chosen ones carry a weight most people will never notice, a constant, unseen battle within themselves. These are not the fights everyone else sees. They're quiet struggles that test their patience, resilience, and commitment to purpose. While others deal with external issues and visible conflicts, chosen ones are wrestling with deeper, more personal battles, doubts, fears, inner limits, and the constant urge to transcend. These invisible wars shape them, forcing them to question everything, refine their mindset, and push through boundaries they previously thought were unbreakable. What emerges from these silent struggles is a wisdom and strength that can't be faked or copied. Chosen ones know themselves on a level most people avoid, and they carry the scars of these internal battles like silent badges of honor. They gain insight into human nature, understanding the nuances of ambition, desire, fear, and resilience. Through this relentless self-testing, they develop a unique perspective on life, one that's unshakable and unbreakable. It's what keeps them moving forward, no matter what the world throws at them. Others may look at chosen ones and see their calm, collected exterior without realizing the intensity of the inner battles they've faced to reach that point. This internal fortitude is their secret advantage. They've already faced their own shadows, confronted their deepest insecurities, and tested their own limits. So when they encounter obstacles in the outside world, they approach them with strategies and a clarity of mind that seem almost effortless. While others remain oblivious, wondering how chosen ones seem to glide through life with such confidence and insight, they'll never understand the unseen wars that refine them. This quiet power keeps chosen ones steps ahead, equipped with a depth and resilience that others simply can't replicate. Number 5, turning pain into pure power. For chosen ones, pain isn't something to escape from. It's a raw energy they harness and turn into power. When most people face setbacks, betrayal, or hardship, they tend to dwell on the hurt, letting it weigh them down and sap their strength. But for chosen ones, every wound and disappointment becomes fuel for growth. Instead of wallowing, they absorb the lessons hidden in their suffering and channel that experience into resilience. Each obstacle is a new layer of armor, each scar a reminder of their capacity to endure and overcome. Chosen ones have an uncanny ability to transform setbacks into stepping stones. They see challenges as essential parts of their journey, viewing every hard moment as an opportunity to sharpen their skills and deepen their understanding. This process of transformation is a kind of alchemy. Where others see obstacles, chosen ones see potential. They recognize that these experiences, as painful as they might be, are precisely what makes them stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what's ahead. This mindset turns them into people of unbreakable resolve. When they're knocked down, they rise with even more strength and clarity. Betrayal doesn't make them bitter, it makes them discerning. Disappointment doesn't crush their spirit, it refines their focus. Every painful experience becomes a tool, a skill, a source of inner power that they wield to navigate the world with greater purpose and precision. By turning pain into power, chosen ones don't just survive, they thrive. They emerge from every setback not only intact, but more formidable than before. Where others see scars as reminders of defeat, chosen ones see them as marks of victory, evidence that they have faced hardship and transformed it into something far more valuable than comfort or ease, pure, unstoppable power. Number 6, unattached to the opinions of others. Chosen ones move through life without the need for approval or validation from anyone else. They're not chasing likes, nods, or pats on the back. They're focused on something much bigger and deeper. While most people bend and sway to fit in, striving to meet the expectations of friends, family, or society, chosen ones know that those opinions are fleeting and often misguided. They understand that trying to please everyone only leads to distraction, dilution of purpose, and ultimately a loss of self. So instead, they let go of the need to be understood or liked, setting themselves free from the weight of others' judgments. This freedom is their hidden strength. By refusing to let others' opinions shape their lives, they remain true to their own paths, pursuing what resonates with their inner truth rather than following what's popular or acceptable. This unattachment keeps them focused, sharp, and undistracted, allowing them to pursue their goals with an intensity that others often can't match. They don't waste energy questioning if they're being liked or accepted. Instead, they pour that energy into becoming more skilled, wise, and resilient. While others lose themselves in a maze of expectations, the chosen ones stand firm, driven by a purpose that's clear and unshakable. This independence makes them seem almost untouchable, as if they're operating on a different wavelength. They don't waste time explaining themselves or justifying their choices. They're free to take risks, make bold moves, and pursue dreams that others might shy away from. And as they forge ahead, others can't help but wonder how they remain so steady, so unfazed by the opinions swirling around them. In truth, it's simple. Chosen ones know that true power comes from within, not from anyone else's approval. Number 7, seeing beyond people's masks. Chosen ones possess an uncanny ability to see straight through people's facades. While others may be dazzled by charm, drawn in by charisma, or comforted by a reassuring smile, chosen ones look deeper, seeing beyond the surface into what truly drives a person. They can read subtle cues, the quiet tells that most people miss, the flicker of insincerity in a friendly grin, or the tension behind polite words. This insight is more than intuition. It's a refined skill that chosen ones have honed through experience and a commitment to truth. This clarity keeps them protected in a world where manipulation and pretense are all too common. They don't get swept up in flattery or swayed by empty promises, nor do they place trust in people who show only their best polished sides. Instead, chosen ones approach each interaction with a discerning eye, filtering out the noise and seeing what's genuine. This makes them nearly impossible to deceive, which often leaves manipulators frustrated and unsure of how to proceed. With this understanding, chosen ones can strategize with precision. They know who's truly aligned with them and who might have hidden motives, letting them form alliances that are grounded in authenticity and mutual respect. This ability to discern intentions allows them to act from a place of clarity and control, sidestepping traps that others might fall into. People with manipulative agendas find it difficult to engage with chosen ones because their usual tactics simply don't work. And while others may spend time and energy dealing with the fallout of misplaced trust, chosen ones remain a step ahead, anchored by their deep insight into human nature. This perceptiveness isn't just an advantage. It's a kind of quiet power that allows chosen ones to move confidently through life, untangled by deceit. Number 8, their presence disturbs the status quo. Chosen ones don't need to announce their arrival. They simply walk into a room and instantly stir the air. Their presence alone creates a shift in energy, disrupting whatever environment they enter. People feel it whether they understand it or not. It's as if the very air becomes charged with something different, something that doesn't conform to the norms of the space. This energy, often unspoken, challenges the status quo, making the comfortable and predictable seem small in comparison. What others don't realize is that this disruption isn't intentional. Chosen ones don't actively seek to challenge the existing order or stir up trouble. They simply exist as they are, with their authenticity and depth, and that in itself is enough to shake things up. They're unafraid of standing out or being different, and this naturally brings attention to them. People who are comfortable in mediocrity or have grown used to their routines feel uneasy around someone who represents a different possibility, a different way of being. And because the chosen ones don't apologize for their uniqueness, that discomfort can quickly turn into resistance, even hostility. However, this very resistance is what makes them 10 steps ahead. While others are scrambling to figure out how to react to their presence, chosen ones are moving forward, unfazed and focused. They don't need to force change or push agendas. They simply live in alignment with their true selves. And that authenticity disrupts everything around them. They don't need to fight for influence. Their mere existence shifts the paradigm, leaving others struggling to catch up. In the end, chosen ones don't just exist in the world, they redefine it by refusing to conform. And that's how they remain ahead. They force transformation without effort, making others either rise to meet them or fall behind. Number 9. Masters of the long game, immune to instant gratification. Chosen ones have a unique ability to see beyond the immediate horizon, understanding that true success isn't built overnight. While most people are distracted by the allure of shortcuts and instant rewards, chosen ones are immune to the temptation of quick wins. They know that anything worthwhile takes time to cultivate. Their focus is on long-term vision, not momentary satisfaction. This foresight allows them to play the long game, even when the immediate payoff might seem out of reach. Where others might cut corners or fall prey to impatience, chosen ones understand that real growth, real power, comes from enduring through challenges, mastering patience, and building a strong, lasting foundation. They're not in a rush. They know that the road less traveled, the one that demands grit, sacrifice, and time, is the one that leads to sustainable success. And so, they invest their energy and resources in what will stand the test of time, rather than fleeting indulgences. This patience doesn't just keep them grounded, it gives them an edge. While others burn out or crumble when faced with their first real obstacle, chosen ones have already laid the groundwork to weather storms. They're not swayed by short-term wins or the surface-level metrics of success. They understand that true power is built on consistency, wisdom, and resilience. So when others are caught up in the rush of chasing instant gratification, chosen ones are steadily advancing, building something far more valuable, a legacy that cannot be toppled by the whims of the moment. In the end, chosen ones know that success isn't about how fast you can get there. It's about having the strength to endure, the vision to see what others can't, and the wisdom to understand that the best things in life are always worth the wait. Number 10. Silent confidence that intimidates. Chosen ones don't feel the need to broadcast their capabilities or announce their worth. They simply are. Their confidence isn't loud or boastful. It's a quiet, unshakable certainty that radiates from within. While others rush to prove themselves, chosen ones remain composed, secure in their knowledge and power. This silent confidence doesn't need validation from anyone because it's not based on external approval. It's rooted in a deep understanding of self and purpose. For those around them, this calm assurance can be unsettling. It's the type of confidence that doesn't need to be affirmed by applause or recognition. It's in the way they carry themselves, the way they speak, often with few words but great impact. Their presence alone commands respect, and others instinctively recognize that this person is someone who knows exactly who they are and what they're capable of. This subtle yet powerful energy leaves people feeling both drawn to and intimidated by them, unsure of how to engage with someone who doesn't need validation to feel secure. The mystery of chosen one's silent confidence often leaves others feeling inadequate or curious about what they know that they don't. This can be especially uncomfortable for those who rely on external validation or need constant reassurance. Chosen ones seem to exist on a different level, one that others can't quite grasp but feel the pull of. It's this mystery, the sense that chosen ones hold secrets or truths that others don't, that keeps them one step ahead. They're not in a race to be understood. They're simply doing what they do, unfazed and unbothered, and that's what makes their presence so magnetic yet intimidating. Number 11, the power to create rules, not just follow them. Chosen ones don't play by the rules, they create them. While the majority of people are stuck following societal expectations and living within the confines of what's considered normal, chosen ones rewrite the script. They don't just accept the status quo, they challenge it, questioning the very foundations of what's deemed possible or acceptable. By rejecting these limitations, they free themselves from the constraints that tie most people down. They know that true power comes from being the author of your own life, not a character in someone else's story. Where others are confined by what's expected of them, whether it's career paths, social norms, or personal choices, chosen ones break free. They understand that success isn't just about fitting into the mold, it's about shaping your own path and setting standards that align with who you truly are. They don't wait for permission or approval from anyone. They create opportunities, redefine what's possible, and set the terms of engagement for the life they want to lead. This isn't arrogance, it's a deep understanding that the world doesn't get to decide their worth or potential. Chosen ones make their own rules, and by doing so, they show others that there's a different way to live, one that's not bound by the limitations others accept without question. And because they're not afraid to challenge societal norms, they don't just move through life. They shape it, transforming environments and systems to fit their vision, not the other way around. This power to create their own rules is what keeps them unbound, always a step ahead, while the rest of the world remains stuck following a path someone else carved out for them. Number 12, unshakable intuition, no need for permission. Chosen ones are guided by an intuition that goes beyond logic or reasoning. It's a deep, almost primal sense that tells them what's coming, what's right, and what's wrong, without needing proof or validation from the outside world. While most people rely on facts, evidence, or approval from others before making a decision, chosen ones trust their gut. They don't wait for the world to show them the way because they already know the path ahead. This unshakable intuition allows them to move confidently and decisively, even in situations where others might hesitate or second-guess themselves. They can read situations, people, and circumstances with incredible accuracy, seeing things that are hidden beneath the surface. And because they don't need external validation, they act swiftly, often before anyone else has even figured out what's going on. It's this ability to trust and act on their instincts that keeps them one step ahead, always prepared, always in the right place at the right time. Most people waste precious time seeking evidence or waiting for the world to confirm what they already sense. But chosen ones don't wait. They don't need permission or approval to make moves because their inner guidance is all the evidence they need. Their instincts are a kind of secret weapon, an invisible force that keeps them ahead of the curve. While others struggle to catch up, chosen ones are already moving forward, trusting what they feel, not what they see. This intuitive confidence is one of the key reasons they stay 10 steps ahead. They never doubt themselves because they never needed anyone else to tell them they were right in the first place. In the end, chosen ones don't just survive. They thrive by operating on a frequency that few can comprehend. They are the architects of their own reality, unbound by the limitations that hold others back, driven by an unshakable sense of self and purpose. While the world is caught up in the noise of instant gratification, validation, and conformity, chosen ones remain 10 steps ahead, guided by intuition, wisdom, and a deep understanding of their own power. Their presence challenges the very fabric of what's normal, forcing transformation without lifting a finger. They're not just participants in the game, they are the game changers. And though others may not fully understand their path, one thing is certain. Chosen ones are always playing on a level that most can't even see, let alone reach. Their success isn't about waiting for the world to catch up. It's about boldly walking their own path, making their own rules, and knowing that every step is leading them exactly where they're meant to be. So, to the chosen ones, keep trusting that inner voice, keep pushing the boundaries, and keep leading with the quiet confidence that leaves the world in awe. You are 10 steps ahead for a reason, and the last laugh is always yours. If you've resonated with the power and vision of the chosen ones, then it's time to take your journey even further. Don't miss out on the next level of insight, wisdom, and truth. Hit that subscribe button and join this exclusive community. We're not here to follow the crowd, we're here to create the path others will one day walk. By subscribing, you're stepping into a space where you're not just learning, you're evolving, growing, and becoming the unstoppable force you were always meant to be. Trust me, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So subscribe now, and let's keep moving forward. 10 steps ahead, together. Stay blessed.